Well, today we're celebrating National Intern Day, and we've all been there, young and ready to jumpstart careers.
Yeah, and we have several summer interns here at 7 News that we want to say hi to. Here are 3 of them. Brittany, a digital intern from George Washington University. Andrew, a news intern from Washington and Lee University. And Kira, a sports intern from the University of Maryland.
Go Terps. Okay, I see you, Terp. And of course, we have to talk to our own intern here at Good Morning Washington. Welcome to the Big Yellow Couch, Maggie.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, Maggie.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so glad that you're here. So start by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got the internship, where you grew up, and
where you go to school.
What's your about here? Yeah.
So I'm a rising senior at James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I am a School of Media and Arts and Design major with a concentration in journalism. And I've been doing Breeze TV at my school, which is my school's broadcast station, since I was a freshman. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. And I was like, I want to do this in the real world.
Well,
and
that's awesome.
Here I am.
Here you are.
What's been the most surprising part of your internship so far?
I think it's been really just how much I've learned in such a short amount of time. I've only been here since June 12th, and I've learned so much about production. I've been on a live shoot with you, Britt, and a live shoot with Brian, and it's just been really cool to see how things work in a real news station.
Yeah, well, and that's what's you've taken full advantage of your internship, and I tell that to kids all the time, like, look,
yeah.
you're in there, you can do whatever you want when you're there, and you've done that, so that's really important. What's your message to other people that are watching right now, why internships are so important?
I would say it's important to kind of just see how things work on a professional level, because when you're in college, it's definitely similar, but you know, things are always changing. The different programs are updating as time goes on. So it's really important to get that hands-on, and I think it's also important to make those connections at somewhere like here at Good Morning Washington, with, you know, the producers or you guys, to, you know, get moving on with your career.
Super smart.
Yeah.
All right, so we know you're a journalism major and you want to go into this. So now we're going to turn the tables and you're going to interview us on the show, okay? So go ahead.
Okay.
We'll be the guests.
This is weird already
This
for me.
is uncomfortable for me.
What is she going to ask us?
I don't know.
Who knows? So my first question is a really easy one.
Okay.
What is your best advice to anyone that's, you know, interested in pursuing a media career?
Oh, okay. Britt?
I would say be yourself 100% of the time. Anytime you try to be anyone else besides yourself, people can usually spot it.
Now, I will say, I think all of us go through stages in our career where we try to be somebody else, and then thankfully we have people to tell us, just be yourself. So I agree with that 100%. I would say, you know, take a playbook out of Britt's, you know, make sure you do a lot of things. There's so many things you can do in media. We both do radio and TV. We do, you know, you learn the digital side of it. Learn all of it. Don't just put yourself into one thing, because media now is everywhere, so.
Yep.
Yeah,
That would
and
be my
then
advice.
I do have another question for you
Okay.
guys before I turn it back over to you as the host. My question is, what's your favorite memory as an intern?
I want to hear yours.
Well, I
'Cause
was never really an intern.
You
'cause
were basically working at 5.
I started at my first radio station when I was 16, but I worked for free. I mean, I could only work like 10 hours a week or something, but I spent 40 hours a week there. Once I was in, I was like, I can do whatever I want. So that's the thing, like, get into a station, learn every aspect of it, and take full advantage of your internships. We see plenty of interns that come through that are just like, they just want to get the paper signed, which is fine.
Yeah,
But
not fine.
Well, I mean, but if that's that's all you're going to get out of it then. But if you really put, you know, you've learned so much. You're helping us with the website. You're helping us with the production of the show and all of that. So you're now, when you go to a TV station and interview, you can say, I did all of this at a TV station in Washington, D.C. That's a big deal.
Yes, and have patience and humble yourself. I remember my internship right out of college. Well, during college, I was on the Russ Parr Morning Show, and for the first 3 months, all I did was get coffee. That was it. But I made the best coffee. I made sure his order was right. I even convinced the local coffee shop to open up early, because I was on a morning show, and I was like, can you open at 4:30 if I know the order? So I made the best coffee and ended up being a permanent co-host on that show, just because, you know, the trajectory of it. So even if they're asking you to just hold the door open, be the best door holder opener you can.
I would say yes to everything, because I always say there's a time that they will stop asking you. So say yes, be available. A lot of the reasons I made it on the air for the first time was because there was no one else available, and I was available on Christmas Eve to go and do a radio show. So all of that stuff, say yes, get experience in everything. People think, oh, we just come in and talk on TV every day. You know, like we know every aspect of how this works. Learn every aspect, because you never know when you may have to do it. So.
And clean up your social media.
Well, that too.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Nothing illegal on the gram.
Yes. Good advice.
Well, I would say it's definitely the little things that all kind of add up. Well, thank you for giving me the chance to be the host. I definitely think it's your guys' gig, so I'll hand it back over to you.
Well,
Thank you.
You did an incredible job. This
Thank
is her
you.
second time on television.
This doesn't mean you're about to leave, right?
Yeah,
I am going to leave very soon. Unfortunately, I have to go back to school. But maybe one day you'll see me. Who knows?
We are so proud. You did a great job. We will see you again, and keep up the great work.
Thank
All
you.
right. We'll take a quick break. Final moments of Good Morning Washington next. That was so good.